What is going on, people? And I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be 5 potential trades for Christian Wood. Now, I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but we all know what happened a couple of days ago when Chris Wood refused to check in against the Nuggets. And let's not even talk about Kevin Porter Jr. But I've made 5 trades which I feel benefit both teams, the Rockets and any other partner teams that I've put together. So the first trade I want to tackle and get into is the 76ers and the Rockets. And I know Rockets fans, if you heard 76ers, you most likely would have got Ben Simmons, but unfortunately not today. So the trade I'm proposing is Tobias Harris, B-Ball Paul aka Paul Reed, and 2 second-round picks in return for Christian Wood and Eric Gordon. Now, why do I feel like this benefits the Rockets? So Tobias Harris is under contract for 2 or 3 more years, and yes, the contract is very big. However, if you look theoretically, I don't think the Rockets are going to attract any major free agents in the time being, and neither do they need any. They acquired Tobias Harris, who's a vet. He's very efficient, so it's not like he's going to be taking shots away from these players, and he's just a good locker room presence. Almost everyone that's played alongside him has said the same thing. Also, you acquire 2 second-round picks and Paul Reed, and I might be biased because I really like Paul Reed, but I feel like he can be a very good rotational backup 4, can shoot, can cut to the rim. And if you didn't know, he was the G League MVP and Defensive Player of the Year and not Defensive Player of the Year, all Defensive First Team and Rookie of the Year in the G League. So the guy can play a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like the trade for the Rockets just gives them assets, 2 more second-round picks, and Tobias Harris and Paul Reed, which I think is okay. And then you get rid of Eric Gordon, who is a nice player. However, I think what deters teams from acquiring him is his contract. Like, Eric Gordon is going to be 35 years old earning 20 million. That's not ideal, because at the end of the day, Gordon's a role player and you don't want them on that type of money. So you get to offload that contract and offload Christian Wood's expiring contract in not this year, the season after, and still get a competent return in Tobias Harris, who's like a borderline all-star type player, and you get picks in return. So I feel like it's a very fair trade. Let me know what you feel about that one below. So next trade I have to talk about is the Lakers and the Houston Rockets, where the Lakers acquire the Lakers trade Taylor Horton Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, and a first-round pick for Christian Wood. I feel like this is fair because I'm not one of them people that overrate THT and think THT is the next coming of you know what. I think THT is nice with a lot of upside, and that fits perfectly with where the Rockets are going to be. They're a young team, they're going to need time to develop, but there's no rush, and I feel like Taylor Horton Tucker will be able to fit alongside that team, especially because he's a very good defender as well. So I feel like that helps as well. And you also get a first-round pick from the Lakers. Now, God knows where the Lakers are going to be in a couple years. So this first-round pick, I believe it's in 2024. I don't know if I'm right. Or maybe it's this year's one. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a first-round pick from the Lakers. And even if it's this year or in a few years' time, that could be a decent pick. If it's this year, it might even be early 20s, late 10s. Like I'm talking about 19, 18. So that's actually good. I should say late teens. But that's actually a good pick. And then Kendrick Nunn is more of a throw-in player. And he's a nice player. I mean, he averaged like 14.5 with the Miami Heat. He's a very nice player. Was all-rookie first team 2 years ago. He knows how to play. So I feel like that's a very fair trade to offload Wood. Now, the third trade is going to be probably one of my favorite ones. It's going to be the Houston Rockets and the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I always see these default trades of like Kelly Oubre or PJ Washington. No, I'm going to step it up a notch. I'm saying they hold on to Wood for now, and in the off season, Miles Bridges has been having a breakout season. But will the Hornets want to pay him or not? That's my question. So if the Hornets don't want to pay him, I'm thinking about a little sign-in trade where the Rockets acquire Miles Bridges and the Hornets acquire Chris Wood. What am I thinking about now? I don't know. Miles Bridges might want anywhere between 20-25 million. Maybe the Hornets don't want to pay that. So for them to get compensation in return, you give them Wood, you acquire Miles Bridges. I feel like that is fair because at the end of the day, if they don't want to pay him, you might as well get something in return than lose him for nothing. You get what I'm trying to say? Because teams are going to be after Miles Bridges because he's having a very nice season this year. But that's probably one of my favorite ones. And the next one is going to be the Rockets and the Portland Trail Blazers, where the Houston Rockets get Anthony Simons and Robert Covington again, and the Blazers get Christian Wood. Now, Covington, I feel like this is a perfect trade because Roco acquiring him for the rest of the season, that's just getting his contract off the books, you know, because he has 1 year left in his deal as an expiring contract. And Anthony Simons is one of my favorite young guards in the league. Like, he can do everything. He can shoot the threes, an absolute sniper. He can get to the rim. Like, he won the dunk contest, even though the dunk contest last year was a bit of a joke. But anyway, you get the point. He can do everything on the court, and I feel like Anthony Simons is a very nice piece. And then you offload Wood. I feel like that benefits the Blazers, because the Blazers are just a mess. They don't really have any players outside Norman Powell, CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons that can give you much offensively. And I feel like Chris Wood, bang, he's a spark next to Nurkic right there, and he just gives Damian Lillard a lob threat or a popper off, like pick and pops, you get what I mean, someone to shoot the three. I feel like that's a good trade. But on to the last trade. I've been waffling for time now. Yeah, I've been waffling for a long time. It's the Rockets and the Washington Wizards. Now, this trade involves the Rockets acquiring Davis Bertans, Corey Kispert, a protected Wizards 23rd pick, a protected Wizards first round pick in 2023, and 2 second round picks. And the Rockets give the Wizards DJ Augustine and Christian Wood. I feel like this trade is quite fair because Bertans' contract is bad. Don't get me wrong. By the end of the day, it's around 15 million, 18 million, I think. But the Rockets, they don't need that money right now. So getting a shooter, a wing shooter, is not going to hurt them. Plus you get Corey Kispert, a first round pick and 2 seconds. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. You're offloading Wood and getting assets in return. Even though Davis Bertans might not be the greatest, you're getting picks. And with those picks, you never know. That pick could be the difference in, I don't know, let's say the Rockets have the 10th pick next year. That pick could help them trade up to pick 5 for a prospect they prefer. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's what it's about, just piling up assets and flipping them. So I feel like these trades all make sense in their own right. Some make them a better team. Some is more of like, let me acquire assets. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But that's all I got for this video. Thank you, man, for listening. And yeah, I'm out.